David Jaley, owner of Good Stewards Productions, specializing in video production designed to help churches and businesses grow. In this video, I want to talk about the least expensive way to start recording your services using your own equipment. I call this Level 1. If you've not already, I would suggest you first watch my video called Purchasing Your Own Equipment, found on my website at goodstewardsproductions.com, and click on the Churches tab. Okay, so let's say you're happy using cameras on tripods and you have the volunteers each week to put people behind those cameras. Then I'd say the purchase of 2 or 3 simple consumer-grade, high-definition cameras would be your next step, costing as little as $400 or $500 each, and perhaps even less. This may eliminate the need to borrow and return equipment every week, which could be a huge step forward. This could be a satisfactory and permanent solution for many churches, especially if the cameras can be located at the back of the church and still zoom in close enough and are not a distraction. This simple step would also mean that you could begin recording additional services and events that will not be playing on cable TV. Of course, this won't work in a church where the tripods block an emergency egress or block the aisles. If that's your situation, I suggest you follow with me onto Level 2 and then onto Level 3. When selecting cameras, I'd recommend that you buy matching make and model cameras and decent tripods that you should expect to pay about $150 for. So for only about $2,000, you could record your service in high definition on 3 cameras. That's truly amazing. I don't sell any equipment, but you can see my recommendations on my website at the Church Equipment tab, or find suitable cameras on your own. The 3 standard definition cameras I now use are Canon GL1s, which I purchased on eBay for about $500 a piece, and they cost about $3,000 each when they were new. Be aware, though, that if you ever plan to move up to Level 2 or 3 in the future, you need to purchase cameras with some specific equipment, which I'll mention later in those videos. Though this method would require the least upfront cost, it would require the most post-production cost, because each camera would produce its own video file. In post-production, they would need to be synced together and then switched between them in real time, and then intro graphics, music, voiceover added, as well as closing credits, and you have a show. Don't let the post-production scare you, though. I can help with that. If you can get volunteers to record your services, you can send me the footage and I'll produce the show for you for a reasonable fee. You can learn more about that in my video called Services I Provide. If, however, you have a volunteer who is familiar with video editing, is dependable, and willing to put in the time every week to edit for you, by all means, this is your least expensive route, especially if they have their own equipment. I'm David Jaley from Good Stewards Productions, and if you want more information on how you can get your gospel message outside the 4 walls of your church, then visit my website at goodstewardsproductions.com, the Churches tab, and watch the other free videos I have on this subject. Now, come on with me to Level 2.